Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new video. As you can see, I'm in the gym. And today's a different type of video really, because basically the last 2 weeks on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to the gym with two of my friends who are like just beginners in the gym. And what noticed me the most when I was training with them is their technique on the exercises. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to take you through the 4 most important exercises for technique, I think, which are bench press, squats, deadlift, and then shoulder press. Because at the end of the day, you can stretch. Stretching is very important so that you don't get injured. But also, you need to do the exercise right in order to not get injured either. And I saw them doing the exercises and their technique weren't great, so I had to give them pointers. So I thought there's going to be a lot more other people out there just like them who might have just started gym or planning to go gym but just don't know how to the right technique and don't want to get injured or something. So that is why I'm actually going to make this video, to put some tips in there for you guys. Maybe you won't like them, maybe you'll like them, maybe they won't benefit you, maybe they will benefit you. But I'm just going to tell you my personal technique of lifting weights. I've never had an injury while lifting weights before, and I normally get stronger, and I'm getting a lot stronger, which is why I'm making this video. Because for example, if I always got injured when I was doing weights, I wouldn't make a video of how to do weights or how to start lifting weights as a beginner, or if I wasn't already increasing how much I can lift. But both of them are good for me, so I thought I'll use my expertise in order to help you guys. So we're going to start off with, as you can tell here, we're going to start off the bench press. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm actually going to be doing the exercises as well with no weights on the bar, because as a beginner I don't think you'll be doing much weight on the bar anyway. So, as I said, the most important thing when you're starting is a technique, and then add the weight after you've got the right technique. So we come back. You want to make sure that you grab as far wide on the bar as you possibly can, without going here. I normally grab quite far wide, because then your center of gravity is better, and you also don't have to go down as far down as if you are like this. Because if you're like this, you have to go a lot further down and a lot further up, rather than if you put your hands out here and then come down. The other thing you want to make sure is to bounce the bar off your chest. So you get it down and you're bouncing it off your chest. Because, as I said, when I was with my friends, they actually never bounced the bar. They actually never ended up bouncing the bar off their chest. They just took it around really slowly and then didn't actually touch their chest. Well, it just about touched their chest and they pushed it back up. But it's so much more beneficial and easier to put more weight on if you start bouncing the bar off your chest. Then boys, what you actually want to do as well, you want to make sure that you're nice and sturdy. So when you lift the bar off, you're not this, or pushing it too far back. Make sure you're nice and sturdy to get ready. Make sure you're sturdy before you start going down, because if you're wobbling and then you try and go down, you'll go like that. So you want to make sure you get sturdy, tighten your core up and everything, lock your shoulders out, and then just come down, bounce it off your chest, come back up. Come down, bounce it off your chest, and go back out. Alright boys, and all of a sudden, the change of room, because all of a sudden, I want to break free, start going on the Queen stand one there. Anyway, now I'm going to show you a technique of how to squat. Hand placement doesn't really matter too much on this. I like to put my hands actually close to my shoulders. I just find it a little bit easier. Anyway, with the legs, I'm not sure if you can see my legs. I'll get a close up otherwise if not. Anyway, with your legs, you want to actually stand so it's all in the symmetry. So not too close up here, but you want to make sure you're standing here. Feet can go a tiny bit out, but not gonna lie, I never really put my feet out because I don't really do anything else with my feet out. I don't play football with my feet out and stuff like that. But I put them out just a tad, they're not basically they're not like this, straight like that. They're actually just that little bit of a thing, as you can maybe see. Otherwise I will give you a little close up of how my feet are. Anyway, so after that, then in the position, as I said, like on the bench press as well, keep your core tight, and then you lower down, like you're sitting in the seat. Go just past parallel, and then come back up. What a lot of people will actually do with squats is, this is how a lot of people get injured on their knees, with their knees doing squats, is because they will go forward like this, and then do this. Like that is not right. Imagine if there's like a seat, or you're sitting onto the toilet seat. You go back, all the way down, just so you're just past parallel, and then come back up. When you're with actually a little bit of weight, so maybe like 100 kg, it's alright to go down, it's like here, parallel, and then come back up. But if you're trying to learn the technique, try and go like as far down as you can, then come back up. So yeah, they're my tips for squats. Remember, feet placement, keeping your core nice and tight, make sure you don't rock, go past parallel, make sure you don't put your feet, knees forward, and just act like you're sitting back into a chair. And that, I suppose, what is actually good for using the squats is to do bench squats that teach you to like sit back rather than put your knees forward. So yeah, they're my tips for the squats. Let's move on to deadlift. Alright, moving on to actually probably one of my best lifts that I can actually do, which I suppose you should take pointers from then, is deadlift. I can do about 170 kg doing deadlift. I'll actually roll the clip now. I actually did when I got my PB. So yeah, I'm actually decent at deadlift. So guys, for deadlift, what you want to make sure, your feet are the same width as each other. So like you make sure you're centered. And I actually put my hands quite close together, and then I come back up. For me, it's just easier when I put my hands like there. I also put one hand like this under the bar. I put my stronger hand under the bar like this. And then my weak hand, well it's not weaker, it's just I use my right hand. Whatever hand you use to right, put under the bar like this. And then make sure you grip it around like this as well. Make sure you grip it around like this. And then on your weaker hand, which is my left hand because I don't use that to right, I put it over the top of the bar like that. So then you are here. What was I going to say? So yeah, with this, you don't put your there is actually a thing with people, a lot of people do sumo squats. I've never done sumo squats before, so I can't tell you if it's good, if it's bad, or what, because I've never actually done them before. But I always do this technique, and it's working for me, so I'll show you my technique really. Drop it down, so if there's weight on the bar, you'll actually come down to like here. You want to make sure your back is nice and straight on this, otherwise this can cause injuries if your back is like, so a lot of people you'll see, they'll actually put their legs straight and then they'll be like this, like that. You want to be like this, put your feet, I put my feet nice and close, bang, then up. Make sure that you go up with your legs as well as your upper body, so it's at the same time. So don't do your legs and then do your upper body, or do your upper body and then your legs. Make sure you do both nice in the same time, like that. I don't think I missed anything, and as I said, if I have missed anything, I'll do a voiceover just like for the bench press and the squats. Right, move on to the last thing, shoulder press. Last exercise is in fact shoulder press. So for this one, I actually put my arms nice and close in. This technique actually, the athletes express, as you might know him as also known as my brother. He actually told me this one. It was actually like 1 or 2 years ago maybe now, that it's actually easier if you put your arms closer in rather than, because I used to do my shoulder press when I have my arms like all the way out like that. It's easier if they're nice and close in and then you push. You want to make sure as well on this that your arms, so if you look at my arm here, it's actually twisted over rather than like, as you will see a lot of people doing like this. This can actually break. I'm not too sure what it can do. My older brother actually told me this one time, but it's not good. Obviously, if you're pushing like this and you have weight on the bar, it's going to damage your like ligaments here, and it will end up hurting your palms. So you want to make sure that you're here, knuckles like pointing to the sky, then up, straight down. Then just the final pointer for the shoulder press, you want to make sure that the rock of the legs is to the minimal. So here you're on your last rep, and then you have to like push up with your legs. But if you're on your first set, third rep and that, you want to make sure your legs are kept to a minimum, and then just lift up without rocking like this. So there are my tips for the shoulder press.
Alright guys, so there are actually my tips. Tips for each exercise that I think are most important. However, if you've got an exercise that you think that I actually didn't explain, make sure you put it in the comments, because in a day in life or something, I'll put it in the video of how to do that exercise. Or if we get like four to 5 exercises in the comments, or maybe 3, I'll make another video of how to do these exercises. So don't worry if you can't do an exercise. Everyone can't do an exercise when they're starting, so put it down in the comments if you're struggling with any exercises, and I can give you like my helping tips in order to make you better. So anyway, there are my tips. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share with all your friends that are starting the gym, or if they're not starting the gym, it could give them a little bit of motivation, because some people are too scared to go to the gym because their technique isn't right in that. But with this video, it will help them. So I already said that. So anyway, make sure you do all the good stuff, and until next time, see you later.